Hello and welcome to the St. John Fine Arts School Grade 6 Math Cast with Mr. Burko. This is exploring improper fractions and mixed numbers. It's Chapter 7, Lesson 4 in your Nelson Math Focus book, and you'll find it on page 219. Our goal today is to model improper fractions and mixed numbers. This is going to be a continuation of things that we've been doing in class. You'll notice in your textbook that there aren't any questions. It's meant to be an exploration for you, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to pause the podcast at some point and to think about what you would answer in this particular case, and we'll give you the question now. The textbook asks us, what improper fractions and mixed numbers can you model by comparing colored rods? Now, these are rods that you might recognize from your base 10 blocks. The idea is that they're little units that have been glued together, and so this is 10 units, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We gave them a color to help us sort out which one is which. Our character in the book is Samara, and she's using these rods. She compares a yellow rod with a red rod, and so she writes an expression that is y, meaning yellow, equals 2.5 red. Now she needs to prove that this is true, and she does. She finds that there are 5 units in the 5 yellow rod, and there's 2 units in the 2 red rod. So y equals 5 white, and white equals half a red. That means there's 2 whites in 1 red. Now, y also equals 5 over 2 red. Yellow equals 5 over 2 red, because you can add half plus half plus half plus half plus half, and that gives you 5 over 2. So by half, she means the ones. So the ones here, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 5 of them, but a whole one is a 2, so 5 over 2. This is a little bit of a complicated concept, and I can understand if you're probably thinking, huh? But we're going to go through a bunch of examples here, and I'm going to show you how this works in a bunch of different other cases, and I'd also like you to pause the presentation at a point, like I mentioned, and see if you can figure some out for your own. But this is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 5 ones. The whole is 2, so that means there's 1 whole, 2 wholes, and a half. So that's why in our previous example it was 2.5. So it's your turn. Imagine that you have these colored bars, and I'll give you a chance to show what they look like here. And I would like you to pause on this screen here, and I'd like you to make a few other expressions, equivalence expressions. Even if it is you just take one bar and compare it with another one, you can use your graph paper if you would like, and you can color in graph paper. And take a time to pause it right now. I hope you had a chance to pause it and that you found some examples. I'm going to take some time now to go through some examples as well. Here's our first one. Red equals 2 over 1 white. So in other words, there's if red is 1 unit over here, well, it's the same thing as 2 units over here. So the fraction for this side here would be 2 over 1. Red also equals 2 white, as you can see here. Light green is 3, so it's 3 over 1 white. So if 1 is the whole, then there's 3 of them divided into groups, then that's equal to 1 light green. Light green equals 3 white. Purple equals 4 over 1 white. So here's 4 units, and the fraction that we would use, the improper fraction for this, means that we have 4 of these, but a whole we consider 1. So it's like we have 4 containers, and we filled it up 4 times. Purple is equal to 1 1/3, because a purple is larger than a green, so it's equal to 1 1/3 of light green, and you can see that there's a little bit extra there at the bottom. That's the 1/3 that we didn't fill. So if we took this and made it equivalent to that, that's the one part we didn't fill. Yellow is equal to 1 1/4 purple, and there's the part that we didn't fill. Black is equal to 1 3/4, so there's the 3 parts there. Orange is 10 over 1 white. And there's other examples here that you can explore on your own. I'm not going to go into a lot of great detail because I'm running out of time here, but thanks for joining me. This has been Exploring Improper Fractions and Mixed Numbers.